We're live.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi,
Hello, Gia.
everybody. Hello. How are
Hello.
we?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm glad to be here in pretend land.
Yes, pretend land is the best
Yeah,
land. Yeah.
yeah, right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Right
we
now.
come to you. We come to you from pretend land, and
Mm-hmm. Yes.
we're since we're not political people, we're not going to talk about all the political things happening. But we're just glad to
We're
be in
not.
pretend land. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
That's what our stories are for, I think, a little escape.
A little bit. Yeah,
You
maybe
know.
a little bit of maybe shining a light on real life, but not tonight.
Not
Not
tonight. No, no, no. We're not gonna draw parallels or anything like that.
No,
We're
no.
just gonna we're just gonna act like this is a little world unto itself.
We're gonna talk about people's blouses, um,
And blazers,
and
and
blazers. Yeah,
maybe that's it, maybe that's all we need to cover tonight.
yeah,
Sure other things happened, but
yeah, yeah. I want to say Dante. The '80s called, and they want their blazer back.
yeah, I studied that blazer a little bit more
Did you?
after your
Okay.
comment last time, and yeah, it looks like the kind of thing that you'd find like in a Lost and Found, perhaps.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to Men's Warehouse again, but
I don't think they even carry anything like that. No. Or like even I was thinking like even at a restaurant or a club where you have to have a jacket, if they had like one that they give people who
oh,
didn't
right, yeah,
show up
yeah.
for the
Like, yeah. If
jacket.
it's like, I'm sorry, sir. This is a
Yeah.
jacket and tie only, or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
You
they
know.
make you feel like crap before you even come in. So
Yeah, yeah. What a fun idea, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, okay,
But
so it's Thursday. Did you so we have 3 episodes. Did you take notes
we
like a
do.
studious?
I did because I'm finally, I think, able to acknowledge and accept my shortcomings.
I've been
At least
waiting for that day.
you know, if you had September 11th, 2025,
On your
I
bingo card.
yeah, then you're the winner.
I'm just teasing.
Uh,
No, it's
no,
a good
no,
idea.
no.
I think I should keep if I kept like a pad and a pen, right on the coffee table or something. That would be good. But
Well, I use
um,
my phone. I have a little memo app in my phone that I use for all kinds of things. So
oh, you're so modern. Okay.
thanks, Gia. But I'll tell you, there are problems with my note taking skills because I was terrible when I was a student. I never took notes ever. I was always doodling, usually just drawing
Oh,
eyeballs. Um,
eyeballs. I used
yeah.
to. You're not gonna be shocked by this, but I drew horse heads.
I drew a few horse heads, believe it or not, too. Um, but yeah, yeah, mostly eyeballs, sometimes legs. Um,
Huh. All right. Weird.
but so my note taking skills are quite poor, and I'm looking at my notes from Tuesday's episode, and really all I write down is names, like people who were talking to each other. And the
Uh-huh.
first line
Okay.
for Tuesday is Drew and Elizabeth, Portia, Dante. I have no recollection
That's
of
not
that.
very helpful.
I don't, did those four have a scene together? I don't know.
Okay.
The
Well,
second
we had a lot
line,
of Drew, so
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the
I was just
second
gonna say we had
line.
a lot of oh geez. Okay, go ahead.
No, no, you go.
I, I was just gonna say we had a lot of Drew acting from the bed, and I was wondering how you'd rate his bed acting because he's had that head lifted off the pillow with that pained look all week long as everybody
Yeah,
visits.
I know, and I'm gonna say not the best I've seen. Maybe
Oh,
because I
okay.
don't like him to begin with as a character, but I feel like he was talking as though he was lifting a very heavy weight, and I don't know if like
His
having
head.
your head. Well, I guess if it's full of rocks, then yeah, that is
Yeah.
heavy.
I
So
mean, honestly,
okay,
why he didn't just leave his head back on the pillow, or why somebody didn't
yeah.
say, "You look uncomfortable. Let me get you another little pillow."
Yeah, yeah,
You
true.
know, because
Right.
he just
Is
kept
it
kind of
just
holding it up. It was like he was at the pool.
exactly, yeah, and is that just sort of like what people do, like try to bring their head forward even if they're in a reclining position? I don't know. I don't
Let me
know.
cast my memory back to all my hospital experience.
Yeah, yeah. It could just
Um,
be what people do.
it
I
could
don't
be
know.
what people do. I feel like whenever I've been in the hospital with people, they're usually so zonked on stuff
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
don't do that.
And he should
Uh,
be zonked on stuff, right? He should be doped
right,
up with painkillers and stuff. I mean, he just came out of very serious surgery. I'm not
right.
sure why he's
Yeah.
not in the ICU, but or why he's not being guarded by a policeman if somebody tried to kill him and he's a congressman.
Yeah, and every single suspect is coming to visit him and talk to him, and they're
They
like,
just
"Yep,
like an
go right
open door
in." Yeah,
policy. I
yeah.
know.
I like when Curtis was over there, kind of like tapping on the IV, and
Adjusting the tubes
yeah,
and stuff. Yeah. I know. That was
it was
fun.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what your initial notes mean. No idea. I mean, Dante
Okay.
was cruising around in the bad jacket, interrogating
Mhm.
people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the second line I have is Anna, Alexis, and Chase, and I do remember Alexis being questioned by Anna at the office, right, with Diane in
With
tow, right?
Diane, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Um,
and Anna did her usual like cop cop shit, which is, I don't know, is that a good thing? I mean, I don't know, blah
uh,
blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah, and it's just so hard to have her shift from being social with all these same people to
yeah.
interrogating them.
Yeah. And then like at the end after Alexis leaves, Anna like somehow decides, I think based on like a hunch, that Alexis is no longer a suspect. And takes her
Yeah,
picture off the little bulletin board, you
I know
know?
the little bulletin board. At one point, they wheeled the little bulletin board away when
Yeah.
somebody was coming in, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's got its own little closet," and
I
it
know.
was like they were taking special care with it. It was cracking me up.
Yeah. Well, I guess it probably has to last them through several investigations, you know?
I guess so. Yeah,
They don't have
yeah.
a budget for office supplies, and maybe she took Alexis off because there's only enough room for, like, 6 suspects, and
I could
so,
be.
you
Yeah.
know, if you wanna add one, you gotta take one away.
I was wondering if they should have turned the board, so it was horizontal, and then they could have put suspects all the way.
Yeah,
That might have made a little
yeah,
more sense. Huh?
come
No?
on. Yeah, maybe if it really explodes and they acknowledge, "My goodness,
That'd be
there are
funny if
4."
Anna was like, "Okay, hang on a minute, guys, help me out here. Let's pull everything off the bulletin board and we'll redo it."
Remember where everything was.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
funny.
it is
Um,
funny. It is
but
funny.
anyway, I mean, I get that she's the head cop and she's got to do this, but I just feel like it's awkward that she's
Yeah.
social with everybody in town, but she's also the cop. I mean, that's just the nature of a soap opera, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
but also she had sort of like when she first assigned Dante and Chase to the case, she just sort of said, "So you guys won't have a problem questioning people that you know and love," and they're like, "Nope," and
and
that's
and
enough
they're
for
all your
her,
relatives. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
your brothers and whatever. Yeah.
And same with her. Yeah, she's tangled up with a lot of these people too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do in that case, but it seems like they could bring in like at least one other person who
Well,
hasn't,
small town, small police
very yeah.
department. I mean,
I thought
yeah.
it was a city for crime. I mean, they're still supposed to be getting their Esplanade, aren't they? Or is that dead?
The Esplanade might be dead in the water. I mean, like Drew hasn't mentioned it in a million
No.
years.
Did he ever really care about the Esplanade?
I don't think he did. It's he when it was McConkey's Esplanade, he pretended to
Yeah.
care. But,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
I don't
Bastard.
know.
I miss
Anyway, so
McConkey.
yeah, McConkey, he was the real deal. Um, so Drew, even through his haze of pain, he's like hatched his next plan, which you
Yeah.
could see happening. Like he's
Mhm.
pinning this all on Michael just to
Yeah.
get Michael out of the way in the child custody battle for
Right, right. Yep.
Willow. And
Mhm.
Willow also sort of revealed her, I think up until, I don't know when it was, today maybe, but I
Mhm.
think up until she uttered I may hate him, but he's still my best shot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I think up until that point, we weren't sure if she did care about him still.
Right. Right.
Or
And
I
yeah.
wasn't sure. Um,
Did she say she hates him? I don't remember that.
I thought she did. I thought she said something
Maybe
about, or
she did.
maybe hate wasn't the word. Maybe I may not like him. Maybe
Yeah,
I said hate.
I think that, I think that's what it was. But yeah, maybe it's the same thing ultimately. And I
I don't
still
know.
think,
We were never in my family. We were not allowed to say that we hated anybody.
yeah, yeah.
Were you?
I don't know if that was a rule, but I know every time like I complained about somebody, my mom would say, "Well, it's better if you don't have anything nice to say. It's better not to say anything at all." And I think that was just her way of saying, "Please shut up.
Please shut up.
You've got
Well,
to
that was
stop
another thing we
talking."
weren't allowed to say at our house was shut up. I think I've told you that before.
Yeah, my parents never said shut up, but they did say things like that.
But we could say be quiet, and we could say we strongly disliked someone. But
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
that's kind of a nice thing to try and teach your kids, isn't it? That
I
you're not
guess, yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
supposed to hate. You're not supposed to
Mhm.
hate. Like it'd be cool
Mhm.
if at an age appropriate time they'd taken it further and like we'd sort of unpacked our feelings about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they probably were also just like, "Will you be quiet?" You
Yeah.
know, like
I
I'm
think
trying to watch TV.
Yeah, I think most of what they said, if you translated it, it was, "Please shut up."
Like I have had it up to here
Yeah,
with you
yeah.
three
"I have
kids.
worked
Um,
all fucking
yeah.
day for you kids. Could you please, please leave us alone? Go to your room, read a book." Ah.
I don't know if that's what they're saying. I actually got in trouble for reading books too much, like for staying up too late at night with my light
Yeah,
on. I'd
yeah,
be like told to shut her down. So I'd wait
yeah,
till they went to sleep and then I'd light the light back up and
yeah. I
keep
think
on reading. I was a rebel reader.
you were.
But
I think we have no trouble believing that, Gia. None of us.
yeah, nerd alert.
Nerd, nerd alert. Um,
Anyway, so I don't know if Willa said that, but I thought she indicated or at least strongly
yeah,
implied that
yeah,
she's also working this. Everybody's
yeah.
working something here.
Right, right. And yeah, I think you're right. Like I guess Willow has no romantic intentions with Drew anymore, but she'll play along until she gets what she
Gets
wants.
what she wants, and I
Yeah.
think everybody's doing that. Unless Drew
Mhm,
really does love Willow. I mean, maybe
mhm.
Drew thinks he loves Willow, but it's just part of being
Right.
Drew. And
Right. Yeah, I think that's part of like his mythical persona that he's sold himself.
yeah.
Um, yeah. I think
Anyway,
yeah.
okay. What else? Go
Anyway.
back to your notes. Go back to
Okay.
your helpful notes.
I know.
What's
What the
next?
hell was Elizabeth and Portia? What were they talking about with Dante? Okay, so we had Charlotte and Lulu and then in Rocco. So that was on Tuesday. There was a lot of like Lulu doing the mothering stuff and telling Charlotte she had
Right.
to like
Oh,
walk the dog, and I was getting tired of that. I mean, I know it's better than Lulu the reporter, but I feel like since we haven't seen her with Charlotte, talking about Charlotte, or even seeming to think about Charlotte for the last like 6 months, it feels like
yeah, but
she's
they
coming on too
explained
strong.
that. She explained that she's stayed in her room a lot.
She stayed
That's
in,
what.
well, yeah, sure, so did we when we were kids, because we had to. But it seems like your parents are probably still aware of your
I
existence.
know, I know. I was just
Yeah,
laughing because I thought, isn't
I
that
know.
funny that I think they
Yeah.
like are playing catch up a little bit because everybody's
Yeah,
like, we
yeah,
haven't shown a Charlotte
exactly.
for like 6 months.
Right,
Um,
right, yep. So suddenly
so
they're kind of
yeah,
filling in this story, and it's just not, it's too much or something. I wish they could have delayed all of this for just a little bit. Like, let's say you bring in this new actor, kind of establish like why,
you talking about Lulu now or Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, maybe they could say, she's been at the camp, working at the camp all summer, and Lulu could have a scene with her saying, like, I'm so glad that, now that camp's winding down, we'll get to I mean, it's stupid, I guess, to rewrite months of a soap opera, but, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't set this
Yeah,
up.
right. Yeah. They should have if they were going to say that Lulu was in her room being depressed about not seeing her father or whatever it was, then at least refer to like I'm going to go check on your sister. I haven't, seen her
Yeah,
all day or something. Yeah, to
mhm,
Lulu won't come down for dinner. I'm going to take a plate up or whatever just to
mhm, mhm, yeah,
they could
yeah.
have. Yeah, it does feel like frequently they're sort of retroactively writing things.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know why they can't anticipate that ultimately,
Well,
the
I do, because they don't have a big enough bulletin board to put their storylines on,
yeah, yeah, maybe
you
they
know,
have to share their bulletin board with
with Anna.
the actors. Yeah,
Yeah,
the characters and the writers have to share a bulletin board, and that's just not gonna be sustainable,
right.
I don't think.
So if you think about all the complicated plot lines and if they have
Yeah,
no place to spin
yeah.
those out and see what's
Right,
happening.
right.
So
You're right, Gia, I hadn't thought about that, and they
it's
probably only
all it's
have, like,
budget
one.
cuts, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and there's probably only, like, 1 pack of index cards, so
Right,
yeah,
the index cards. God, even just saying index cards and thinking about how large those loomed over my educational
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Isn't that weird to think about? Are you gonna get the big ones or the 4x6ers? Or are they 4x6 or three by
Those
five?
3 by
Can't
5s
remember.
were the regular ones, 4 by 6 would be big
Oh,
ones,
with the jumbo, yeah.
yeah.
And, like, remember how you had to, like, even learn the format for putting notes on your frickin' index cards? Like, do you remember all that? I feel like the whole, like,
No.
research paper thing was just it's I have a little, like, PTSD about research
Yeah,
papers.
I think a lot of people do, but you'll be happy to know that most people today, I think, just use GPT to do their papers for them, so no more trauma.
No more trauma over that, and no more
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you gotta get your paper in the typewriter just right to get your footnotes,"
Yeah,
and
oh
all
my
that.
god, yeah, that was a headache, but yeah, now I think the trauma is on the teacher side because they have to figure out how to
Who's
decide if it was
right. I
done by
know,
AI or an actual person.
I know. Yeah, tough times, man, oh
Tough
man.
times. Yeah, they should probably just have them handwrite everything, like, while they're in the classroom, you know?
And then it'll be like, nobody knows how to write by hand
Yeah,
anymore. Oh my
exactly,
god.
and I think you still need to know how to write letters with your hands, don't you? I mean, with a pen, or shouldn't you have to have that
Uh,
skill?
write letters like correspondence or like the alphabet?
The alphabet.
Oh,
I mean, sometimes you still have to fill out a form, like, in person, don't you?
yeah. Yes, I do think we should. But I'm also it's funny, like I've seen people lamenting the whole like nobody teaches cursive writing
I
anymore and
I
they
love it
won't.
when you do
Yeah.
your cranky old person voice. I think we all enjoy that.
I think what you really mean is the opposite. But I was thinking about have you ever tried to like look at really old like 1800s letters and things like they were cursive, but I
Yeah.
don't know what like the style of writing changed and they're very hard to decipher.
Mhm, mhm. Possibly.
So
Sure.
okay, should I connect the dots here? So the cursive of today that everybody's
Mhm.
lamenting, it's disappearing. Well, it might not be decipherable to people in the future anyway. If they, like, I don't know how,
Ah.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like how
Yeah,
it altered the
yeah.
style or something. Um,
Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay.
so I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I'm on the side of how about we teach old people how to use like their phones to get places in their cars
Oh,
or
Gia. Now we're
huh?
getting into the whole digital divide sort of issue, which I wrote a paper
Well,
about in library school.
you did?
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you do?
It was I think my teacher found it one of the most fascinating papers he'd ever read. I sort of threw my dad under the bus in my paper.
Oh, geez, that's
Well,
mean.
no, it's
Um,
just like you because it seems like it's easy to sort of assume that old people can, just sort of pick things up. But like you have
no, oh
like,
no, I don't assume that, but I think
but
they should acknowledge that they have massive gaps in what they're not willing to try and learn when they're complaining about young people not learning things.
well, but then you have vision issues, you have hearing issues, you have like dexterity, like, arthritis and things like that that make it hard to like type into a phone or look at a small screen. Like
Oh
I'm just
yeah, oh
talking
yeah,
based on like all of our patients at my company are all like
oh yeah,
they
yeah.
fall into that category. And like if you imagine having to like file a claim or something, and a lot of things you can only do online, that's people are at a real disadvantage if they don't have internet, for one thing, rural states
Right,
not.
rural states, yes. No, I agree. I'm in
Mhm.
agreement with you on all those things. I'm just
Okay.
the people I'm throwing under the bus are people that are still capable of
Mhm.
that because they're
Mhm.
on their phones finding memes about how
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah, yeah.
glad when I was a kid I didn't have this phone that
Yeah.
I'm using to post this meme right
Right,
now.
right, right, yeah. I think
Those
that's I
people.
think that's not a huge percentage, of
Well,
people.
it's I guess it's just people I know, like the ones that are calling me saying, "What? Which exit is it I'm supposed to take?" Well, first of all, you don't call me, you text me.
I know. I'm hanging up on you right now to teach you a lesson. I don't care if you're lost and you have
And then yeah,
alligators all around you.
and then you're like, I can hear you unfolding a map like a crinkling paper,
Yeah.
and um, I think you're showing the kinder, gentler side of things, and we
Well,
appreciate that.
I'm sorry. I don't think you mean that, but anyway, anyway, let's get
Okay,
back
how
to
somehow we
Willow.
got off the track here.
Yeah, we
We're
did. We
talking
did.
about we're talking about Lulu and
Yeah, Lulu and Charlotte,
Charlotte.
and to some
Yeah,
extent, even the way she treats Rocco. I feel like we still haven't seen enough of her and Lulu and Rocco together for her to be like lording over him. Like I just don't. It doesn't ring true, really. This.
they're writing her a little too heavy-handed, I think, as a
Yeah,
reporter,
yeah,
as a
yeah.
mother. It's just a
Mhm.
little,
Right,
and
right.
maybe she would be. She's been, by all accounts, she might as well have been dead for four
Dead.
years.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
true.
that's part of her
Yeah,
persona right now is that she doesn't know
yeah.
what she's doing, so she's overcompensating.
Yeah, yeah. I know you're right,
Um,
and I tried to sort of make allowances for her. But
well, I
especially.
feel the same way. I just find there's something grating about her personality at the moment.
Yeah, well, I think I was thinking that like the old Lulu, like the original Lulu, she was headstrong, but she didn't seem like a know-it-all. And this Lulu seems like she knows everything, and she has
Yeah,
no reason
yeah,
to believe that, really.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to her kids, because she doesn't really know them. And like you said, maybe she's just like sort of making up for lost time or overcompensating. Yeah, but it is hard to take too much of her, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully they'll mellow her out a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
they did sort of
Mhm.
modify her a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
But a little more would help.
I think so
Um,
too.
I'm
So,
still I'm liking this new Charlotte. Like she's hitting
mhm.
the right notes as far as this sort of teenager act.
Yep,
Uh,
yep. Yeah, she's kind of believable. I mean, she is a little bit different, but yeah, I think she's doing a good job. Yep.
I was already like, okay, that's Charlotte. Like I didn't have to
Mhm.
reorient myself too much, but like when
Yeah.
she was talking with Rocco and
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
so and they aged her up enough, or I don't know if she's older than the other actor,
Mhm.
but I feel like she'll be able to take on some stuff that the other one might have looked too young for or something,
Yeah, maybe.
possibly.
Yeah, yeah. And
Maybe
she
just
and
because she's
Rocco.
taller.
Yeah, she's a lanky girl. I kind of like the dynamic between this well, Charlotte in general and Rocco, because they have
Yeah,
sort of common things, issues,
right.
baggage or whatever, And I
Yeah.
like Rocco seems like such a soulful kid,
He
he just
does. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
right.
I like that about
He's a
him.
nice contrast to Danny. You know, Danny's all like action and impulse, and Rocco's a
Yeah,
little bit more
yeah.
in his head.
Right, and Danny, I think he means well generally, but he doesn't think about, what he's
Yeah,
putting people what kind of danger or,
yeah.
consequences.
He's a little more of an active boy, and
Mhm,
I bet
mhm.
Rocco probably gets in trouble for reading too much.
Yeah, he seems like he
Like
would do
me,
that.
soulful,
Yeah, yeah.
thoughtful. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right, Chia.
yeah.
That's right.
Ah,
Let's see. Also Tuesday, just to we had the whole five poppies situation, the explosion.
oh, yeah. It turns out those ankle bombs come off pretty easy. You know,
Very easily. That's nice, isn't that? That's good to know. Good to
wasn't
know.
there something that like I mean, I guess he could have been lying, but Pascal said if you even fiddle with it, it'll blow up.
Yeah.
You know, if you
Yeah.
even mess with the
Mhm. Mhm.
strap. You know, and it's like it looks
Yeah.
like it's just a big rubber strap, but
Yeah, Jason should have just taken a pair of scissors and snipped
yeah,
it.
just snipped it. Yeah.
Although it did still blow up, so they didn't diffuse it. They just
Right, right. Yeah,
got it
yeah.
off the
I loved
mm.
her line, I
Mhm.
think everybody did, when he's,
Yeah,
lying on her, saving her
yeah,
life potentially,
yeah, yeah,
and she gets up and says, I've something to tell you," and
yeah.
I really don't like your tattoos."
I know, I
That
know.
was fantastic, Britt.
Yeah, and his expression, because like, he was hoping for
Yeah.
something else, I'm sure, there were a
Yeah,
few times when she really had a zinger, and his face was pretty good,
yeah,
his like,
yeah,
"What have I done to deserve all this?" You
yeah.
know?
Why are all the women in my life such a pain in my ass?
Yeah, and I like also that every time she says Carly's the center of, everything cuts back to Carly. He didn't really ever try to talk her out of that position, you know?
Well, I mean, because it's the truth. The truth hurts,
Yeah.
like, because
Well, yeah, but it doesn't like he's not romantically involved with Carly anymore. He
well, no,
mentioned
but
that
it doesn't
Carly's her
matter.
friend. Right, but I don't know, like, if, like, let's say your husband had, like, a lifelong friend who was a woman. Is that possible?
He has a childhood friend, that I mean, but they're not like in touch every day now or anything. But
Yeah.
he's a childhood friend that like we visited when we were there. That's a
Mhm.
woman, and
Mhm. Yeah, and I guess it wouldn't be the equivalent probably of Jason and Carly, but, I don't know. I mean, obviously, he's just not gonna, like, cut Carly out of his life, and he's so invested in everything, her whole family, Sonny, everybody, it just seems like it's asking a lot for him to, not move
yeah,
her up. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Like if Britt was in danger and Carly was in danger at the same time,
yeah. Who
would
do
it
you go to first? That would be the big test, wouldn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it would be, and probably he would choose Carly, which would suck for Britt, but
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Like you know how that concept of a work wife or a work husband, a
yeah,
work
yeah,
spouse.
yeah.
You know, if
Mhm,
you start
mhm,
investing more in that work spouse than your
mhm.
real spouse, then
Yeah,
it's like something's a little wrong. It's not really quite that parallel, but you know what
mhm.
I mean? Like if you're
Yeah,
more invested in that, whether
mhm.
or not there's any romance happening.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, and maybe it is a little wrong. Maybe at some point, if he was
well,
really in love with someone, that person should come first, right?
yeah, I don't know if it's wrong or not. It's just the
It's
reality of Jason, and
yeah,
so
yeah, it's almost muscle memory, right? To just
yeah,
like reflexes to protect Carly.
muscle memory. Look at you. We use that term in harmonica playing a lot.
Is that right?
We do, yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear, that's good. That's good.
Um,
Let's see.
but
Uh
I love though that she just keeps harping on that, like she won't let it go.
Yeah, and that
From
seems realistic too, that she's not just gonna forget how much it all hurt her, you know?
yeah, well, I mean, it hurt her to the quick because it was
Yeah.
just like he left to marry Carly, you know?
Yeah,
It wasn't
that would
just
be
like he
tough.
left to,
Mhm,
support Carly in something. It was
mhm, mhm. Yep,
yeah.
yep, yeah. That's true. Yeah. She has every right to feel that way for as long as she needs to.
And just in her fabulous Brit way, she just keeps like turning the knife, you know.
Yeah. No, I know. She is punishing him, isn't she?
Yeah. I like the whole like borrow money and like she
I was
didn't
just
even
thinking that, yeah.
yeah, she didn't even like
Like
bat not like just
$20 or 40
yeah.
because I like to
Yeah.
tip. How much money do you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah. Do you think she should have said Uber instead or a ride service rather than cab? Are there cabs?
Well, how long has
I
she
guess
been
there are.
gone? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say either up here because you wouldn't have either as an option.
I
I
know.
would
What are
say
you doing up there?
Oh dear. Having a great time, Gia. Great
Having
time.
a good old time.
Yeah, it's like it's oatmeal weather already. So it's that time of year where I have to try to convince myself that I like oatmeal.
Um, pourquoi?
Because it's cold. It's cold at night and in the morning. So it seems
Yeah.
like oatmeal would be a healthy sort of breakfast alternative to
Okay, but you
toast.
don't like it? Toast is also warm. I mean,
Yeah, but I just have like one piece of toast with a little peanut butter on it. I think oatmeal might stick to my ribs a little better.
oh yeah, thanks for the peanut butter idea because I bought myself a jar recently, like for a treat, and I plowed through it. I swear to God, in a week, you know. And
Yeah, yeah, it's possible
I
to
was
do.
like, okay, can't keep that in the house, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could get like the unsalted kind, then it'll last a lot longer.
Ew, why would you want to do that?
I know, 'cause I know it's not as delicious, but
Yeah,
maybe it would still
yeah.
sort of,
I
like,
I have
fill you
salt
up a
though.
little
I could
bit.
just make it salted.
You could, yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway,
So
okay.
are we still on Tuesday for God's sakes?
I
Let's
know,
move
I'm trying to
along.
get past it, but
Okay.
we were sort of, we had the Jacinda part where she, like, talked to Portia again, and Portia kinda made it clear that Jacinda wasn't gonna be blackmailing Portia and
Yeah,
Nina
yeah, this cow
or,
is not
you
giving
know.
any more milk. Yep.
Yeah, and so then Jacinda and Michael, did Michael find her? I guess he learned who she was and, went and talked to her, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and let her
and was that
know.
when Dante was like
Yes,
well,
I
Dante
believe
found them today in the hotel room, but he spoke to them together earlier
he was yeah,
too.
he
Yeah.
was looking for Michael, and he found Michael at the bar, and at that moment, Michael was talking to Jacinda,
Yes,
so
Jacinda, which is a fun name. I've never heard
it
that
is a
name.
fun name, Jacinda. Sure, sure.
Jacinda.
Okay. Should we move on to Wednesday and
We
Thursday?
should. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Okay, Wednesday starts out Chase and Willow. So Chase wanted to try to convince Willow that she still didn't need Drew and was waiting for her to say, that she was going to be able to like pursue custody on her own, and she did not say that.
I think it's
Yeah.
very sweet that these people try so hard to buck her up and tell her how
Yeah.
worthy she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
it's very frustrating when people won't listen to you, you know. But
Yeah.
they're better people than me. Like they just keep at it with this trying to
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
even though they see in her eyes that she's like, "Yep, not listening to you at all." You know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Mhm.
she's so shut down about it. Um
Mhm.
but
She
I think
is.
it's a testament to what good people Elizabeth and Chase are
Mhm.
that they keep.
Mhm. Yeah.
They don't know about the baby spinning, right?
Right, right, right.
Right.
But, yeah, you almost feel like they should all band together and do some sort of an intervention or something,
Yeah.
like 'cause it could be Chase, Elizabeth, Lucas, they could, I think, make a case sort of against Drew as well, especially now that somebody's tried to kill him, so he's not necessarily a safe person either to be
I
around,
know. I
right?
was thinking when he was talking about the whole family back together, it's like, I don't know if I want to be, have my
Yeah.
kids near you. Once I get the kids, I'm going to that cabin.
Yeah, the cabin, that's
The
right,
cabin.
that's right, yeah, so we'll see. We also had Lucas and Elizabeth, when she mentioned that she had heard Carly threaten Drew.
Yeah, and so now Lucas goes into protective mode for his
Yeah,
sister.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I kind of like
um
the Elizabeth Lucas gossip dynamic. It
mhm.
fulfills a little bit of the Brit uh what's his name thing for me.
Britt and Brad, yeah.
Britt and
Mhm,
Brad, they kind of had a
mhm,
little. I mean, they're not like catty and
right.
shallow like they were, which was more
Mm,
fun. But
mhm.
they aren't above like gossiping about everybody else at the hospital.
Yeah, and they're still pretty honest with each other, even if they disagree,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
it seems like they respect each other enough to be able to, say what they really think. So
yeah.
that nice, very
That's a
nice.
good thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and then this is where we had, like, the Lulu and Carly conversation, where Lulu was sort of building a case to not have Charlotte go visit Valentine, and not even basically tell her that that was a possibility.
yeah, and I'm hoping also on the flip side for Carly that
Mm.
her hearing that, puts something in her mind, puts a little kind of,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want a worm in her brain, but just a little
Plant the seed maybe?
plants a seed. Yeah, that hey, um what is Brennan doing? Do I know Brennan as much as I think? Like
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
that give her pause a little bit to think that
Mhm.
Brennan is willing to use this child this way?
Yeah, that's true, and also, I thought you were gonna say maybe that it would make her realize that this whole idea of sort of banning Willow from seeing her kids is not gonna be healthy for
Oh
Wiley
no, I
and
hadn't
Amelia.
thought of that. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, right, right. I don't know. Carly's pretty closed on that topic. I don't know if
Yeah,
she's ever gonna.
she is,
It's
right.
a shame that she is because you think as Willow herself has said that Carly of all people might understand being kept away from her kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
Mhm.
but yeah, she's like cougar mama bear. No, I guess
Yeah,
not cougar. Cougar's different. She's mama
yeah,
bear,
just
mama lion.
mama mama bear, I think, yeah, sure, either of those things, yeah. And maybe it's just it's just easier, less energy just to sort of, like, make that black and white, not sort of try to figure out,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
where Willow might fit in, or
yeah.
just easier to, like, draw the line at no.
And she does, and she's drawing the line at no without knowing about the spinning, the baby spinning.
Right, right, yeah, and we haven't had Michael bring that up to anybody else, so
No,
really
that's just kind of being held back. It's on a back
yeah,
burner right now.
yes, it is, yeah.
He's getting busy with Jacinda.
Yeah,
Or not
uh,
really, but
right,
probably
right.
will eventually, right?
Maybe, I don't
Maybe.
know, I don't know. It's possible, I guess, anything's possible. Um so we had, like you said, sort of the Brennan making the rounds, Brennan talking to Nina. And Nina, I liked Nina's whole attitude when she was talking to Brennan, like basically like, I'm gonna protect Charlotte. I'm not putting her in a bad position, and I'm not doing anything behind Lulu's back.
Yeah, and then so she went to Lulu today,
Mhm.
and I mean, was she sincere, Nina?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I think like both she and Carly kind of understated it. Like if if Charlotte found out that Lulu had, blocked her from seeing Val, I think she would hate Lulu, not just
Yeah,
resent,
right.
you know?
Yeah, I think she makes a good suggestion there, Nina. But
Yeah.
I just wondered, was Nina doing that? uh, What was it that Brennan was offering? Like basically, he was
Oh,
offering
oh,
to shore up her alibi
yeah.
about shooting
Yeah.
Drew. Was that what he was saying?
Yeah, or I think Dante and Anna were saying they could pull footage from security cameras, and I'm sure that it would take no time at all to figure out that Nina and Willow had not gone for a walk together, So I don't know
Yeah.
if Brendan could like get that footage erased or whatever. That seemed, I mean, maybe he could,
That
but I'm
seemed
not.
like his offer, right? Somehow he
Yeah,
was gonna,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I just wondered, was Nina motivated to help him, or do you think
right.
she was truly sincere, or was she just killing two birds with one stone?
Yeah, I think, yeah, probably that, because I do think she was sincere in not wanting to do anything that would harm Charlotte or her relationship with Lulu. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
maybe not. Maybe she was being more selfish, but I
I,
don't know.
I don't know. I guess she could be doing both, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it was a good argument though. Like I found
Mhm.
myself agreeing with her basically.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. And I was glad that Carly made sort of a similar argument, you know?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, you're
Um,
right. I didn't even think of that parallel between Willow and her kids and Charlotte. And good thinking there. Good critical thinking skills there.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Gia. I hadn't really thought of it until, like, just now,
it. Yeah.
because, I was busy writing down names,
And that's
on my
without
phone.
Prevagen or anything. Are you drinking
Nothing.
any like mushroom tea or any enhancer of
No,
any kind?
no enhancers. No enhancer. Nothing's enhanced over here.
Okay, well, good on you then. Good on you.
Oh god, let's see. Okay, so we also had, and this was interesting, this little wrinkle. Michael was questioned and Marco was sent
Oh
over
yeah,
as his
Marco shows up,
lawyer.
right? Yeah.
And I thought, like, I mean, if I were Michael, I think I would have been angry that that was Diane's solution. Don't you think?
Well, there's only the three lawyers. There's her
I know.
and Alexis and Marco, right? But yeah,
Yeah,
I thought like, would that really happen? Like with a high-powered, big money
right,
client like
right.
Michael, that you without out of the blue, you wouldn't even give him a heads up that you were
Yeah,
sending somebody else. That
yeah,
seemed a little cray
right.
cray, but
Cray,
it's a
cray.
soap
Yeah.
opera. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we don't know if Marco, I mean, the one thing we did learn, I think, is that Marco knows his father was behind the judge's killing. Did we sense
Did we
that?
learn that? Did we? I don't know.
Well, when Anna mentioned it, or Michael, one of them, the camera turned to Marco, and he sort of had a look on his face, like, uh-huh.
Oh. You're on fire with noticing stuff. I'm impressed.
Well, thanks again, Gia.
I think I'm too busy. I'm falling a little bit for this new Michael. He's
Yeah.
got I think I'm probably too busy like looking at him and going, he's just smoldering, really.
Smoldering is
He's
exactly
just
what he
sitting
is.
there. He
Yeah,
just smolders, doesn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah, he does, he does.
Mm.
He's kind of like, his personality is sorta like the old Jason who didn't talk
A
much,
little bit. Yeah, he's got
you
this
know?
like slow burn going on, this kind of like he he doesn't speak, but it's not because he's not thinking.
Right,
He just
right.
he plays it close to the vest all the time. Yeah, very
Yeah,
early Jason. Yeah,
yeah, just kinda taking it all in, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Right. He doesn't say too much,
right.
and so he doesn't get in trouble for what he's
Right,
saying.
right, yeah.
We should
Whereas, like,
learn that.
this podcast would be a lot shorter.
Yeah, people we do the hooray in the street. They finally shut up.
Not gonna happen, anybody, sorry.
Oh, and we haven't talked. I know we're talking now, but our little Facebook page has been gaining followers, and I don't know why. We don't do anything interesting on there, but thank you, people, for.
Yeah, thank you, people. I'm sorry, I've had a sort of a hectic stretch work-wise, and I haven't looked at it in a while.
Oh, I've been putting all kinds of crap on there in the comments just because
Okay,
you're not. So
okay, I appreciate
no, I
that,
haven't
and
really, but no, we've got a lot of followers, so that's nice. I don't know if they're
that is
actually listening or if they just go, "Oh, here's a weird name, table at the piano."
oh, I thought this was something else. How do I
Yeah,
unfollow
yeah,
it? But we appreciate your support, everybody. Thank
we
you.
really do. Yeah.
We really, really do. Let's see. Okay, we
Anyway,
had,
okay, so Marco and Michael, with
yeah,
the
yeah.
Anna doing her tough cop talk. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and like you said, yeah, this is a little awkward having, like, so much of this weird cop Anna who like almost has forgotten that she knows all these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they have to have her be that way. She is
I
the
guess.
cop. So
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to know, like, if I ever knew a real cop, enough to talk to, like, if they ever have to interrogate their friends, do they do they pretend they don't know them?
yeah, what are they? Right. I feel like both Dante and Chase, I mean, they're lower level than Anna, of course, but they
Mhm.
seem to do a little better job of bridging that, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, mhm, I
You
think
know, like
so.
they Chase almost, of course, because he's such a sweet boy, seems all a little
Mhm.
apologetic when he has to,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, mhm,
But
yep,
Anna just goes into that like don't mess with me, and I'm
right,
super
right,
tough
right.
Anna
I've
thing.
got a badge clipped to my skirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, poor
I was
Anna.
just thinking about I don't wear a lanyard anymore, but I feel like I spent a lot of time wearing lanyards, and they should have let us clip them to things. I was working with blenders and all kinds of stuff that I could have pulled in.
Yeah, you don't hear about many decapitations in cafes, but I'm sure it's a possibility, Gia. Thank God you made it. Oh god.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay, we had Isaiah and Portia, acting
Oh
very
yeah.
civilized. Isaiah was sort of a class act, I guess.
Well, so what's the logic? Please tell me that Portia's not going to fight for her marriage some more.
No, I don't think so. I think she just feels like,
So why
well,
can't she continue being Randy with Isaiah?
um, I feel like they probably could do a little secret sort of,
Why does she have to hide this? Or why? It's like again on Trina. I know I'm sounding like Jiminy Glick, but like,
Yes.
but I really am puzzled because that was part of her, like for her daughter's sake, she couldn't go on. Like, what? You're
Well,
consulting her about who you're having sex with? Like, her
yeah, I don't
daughter's a
think
grown woman with
yeah,
really
yeah.
loose lips right now.
Sure, sure. Well, I was gonna say, partly it's probably just because of her position at the hospital and Isaiah being, somebody that
Oh
she
yeah,
supervised,
there's that. That's
you know,
true. Right, right.
and she and Curtis are still
But why didn't you
married.
say that instead
Yeah,
of it's about
yeah,
Trina? It's like that's kind of
yeah.
creepy.
It is, yeah, and yeah, you're right. She could have said that.
Thank you. God, I wish you'd say that more.
I wish so too. I'm always looking for an opportunity, and they never come.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Well, anyway, I just thought it was like, I mean, it was nice. It was a nice like she was kind and
Mhm.
I liked the way she talked about kind of having a safe space to be with him and
Yeah.
that how how much that meant to her and it was
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
sweet, but I was just like please don't tell me you and Curtis are going to do that. They're going to do the fake thing. Now that's what we learned today where we
Yeah,
have to pretend and then are they going
right.
to really fall in love again and remember what they loved about each other? Like no.
I
Good
know.
God,
I
separate.
know. Yeah, I know. All of that seems a little bit stupid. When
It's
Curtis came to her
very
with that proposal, I thought, Are you kidding me? That's
yeah.
there's no way that everybody doesn't know that you guys were already in trouble, you know?
It's a trope, I tell you. It's a
It is.
serious trope.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a slightly tired trope. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
nature of a trope at this point. But she also could have just said to Isaiah, I I really need to just be by myself for a little while,
She
And
could have said, "Let's put a pin in this.
yeah, we'll circle back.
Circle back. I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna get pulled into a meeting." That's what you said to me tonight.
know.
I was like, you're lording your like professional life over me.
I don't know. That was not the
Was
intention.
that like I'm white collar and you're not? Was that
No, it's more like
because
I'm
as a weed whacker, I don't get pulled into a lot of meetings.
you're pulling weeds, so you can't get pulled into something else.
Maybe, although I don't know. Does this happen in other fields? But like a safety meeting, do you ever hear people refer to a safety meeting and they just mean they're getting stoned?
Is that what you guys do? Have
No,
safety
but I mean,
meetings?
I've seen I see that a lot in sort of blue collar, jobs like you've never heard anybody refer to that like, oh, we were having a safety meeting, nudge, nudge,
No, no.
kind of a.
No,
That means they were lighting one up before they were.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
no.
Anyway, okay. Well,
So,
I had a laugh pulled into a meeting. It's like, yeah.
I was not pulled into that meeting anyway. Um, but let's see. Okay, so we had this was kind of mildly interesting. We had Trina and Kai. So we hadn't seen them for a little while together.
What were they doing? I can't remember.
Well, they were talking about how Drew was going to make it, so they were relieved about that. And then Kai said he should probably go see Drew just
Oh,
to
and
make
then he did see Drew today, and
yeah,
Drew
yeah,
pressured him to do some illegal shit.
yeah, to go back to the house and
Yeah.
get stuff out of the safe. And yeah, Kai's not great at acting like everything's the same. He seemed like
No,
he was
he's
all
yeah,
sort of like
yeah,
stricken with something. Uh,
yeah.
so he's not going to be
Not
great if he has to sustain this kind of,
yeah. It's the poker face is not strong.
not, no, it's
Well,
not.
although like coming up with the it's a crime scene was good.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Um,
good. Yeah. Um, yeah, I was thinking also about Kai, the fact that now that he's sort of like unshackled himself from the absolute like right, his rigid moral compass to like who he is now. It does make him seem more dangerous because you feel like he's kind of unmoored. And
yeah, he doesn't have any guardrails for how to behave in this
yeah,
new
yeah.
way of thinking because he hasn't been
Mhm,
like this till now, and so
mhm.
yeah, he's liable to go crazy in one direction or another.
Yeah, yeah. And then
And
you also can see sort of, I mean, I guess it wasn't an easy thing to push him into this area, but it wasn't that hard either. Like as soon
yeah,
as he like realized that Stella was a victim of Drew and stuff, he
yeah.
kind
Then
of
he was
left
like,
everything.
"Oh, I like Stella a lot." So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Just seems so young and sort
Yeah.
of um, naive and unformed, and
Yeah.
um, Trina seems like a decade or more older than him to me.
Yeah, and with her hair up like that, she looks
Yeah,
such a fierce, sort of wise woman,
I
even though
loved her look today. That
yeah,
little white
yeah.
nubby top
Mhm,
and
mhm,
yeah, the hair up. Yeah,
mhm. Yeah,
rocking it. She was rocking
rocking
it.
it. Yeah, yeah, and I liked
I
when she and Emma had their little conversation.
Did you? I mean, I liked the conversation, but I could not believe I'm like, "You're telling another person? You've told
Well,
Kai, and now
that was
you're."
surprising to me, yeah, that she spilled all the beans, that was like, really? You trust Emma this easily? And
Is that
and
spilling the tea also?
um, well, I
What's
guess
this whole, like, tea thing? I'd like to use that, but I don't, I'm not
I would
confident with it.
yeah, so I maybe don't then. How about
Deciding you
that?
on. I'd like to know, like, I'm finding out for you. I know it's gossip, but
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay, so it just stands for truth.
Mm, mhm.
So and then but it's turned into like I was thinking like spill the tea. Like I was obviously thinking of it more literally, like what's the tea have to do? I was thinking like tea leaves or something.
Yeah, it seems more like dirt than the truth.
Yeah, gossip. phrase originated from spill the tea, where the T stood for truth, and was popularized by the drag culture in a 1994 book, becoming more mainstream in the 2010s. What
Okay.
1994 book? Wouldn't that be more interesting to say which book?
Is that wasn't the title? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it became more popular in tens. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, they didn't name the book. Okay.
interesting.
Anyway.
Spilling tea.
Mhm.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
was like, that's unwise, Trina. Very unwise.
it might be, unless although at the same time I was thinking about, like, and I know we've said this before because we disliked Emma so intensely originally, but I just really like her so much now.
Oh, yeah, I don't mean that Emma was the wrong person to hear it, but just
Mhm.
like her, like freely sharing this
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
Like you tell a
Mhm,
couple people, and it's I
yeah,
don't know.
well, yeah, you tell one person and it's not really a secret
Yeah,
anymore. Yeah.
like I feel like it's safer with Emma than with Kai.
God. No, yeah, I
But
know.
I did like. I mean, I liked Emma's reaction because Emma is a person who obviously this Emma anyway.
Mhm.
She's very comfortable in these gray areas.
Yeah, yeah, and she understands that that's how the world works, kinda, I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and that just reminded me, I'm very worried about Outback.
Yeah, I don't like when
I
they
didn't
have.
like that we closed the episode without finding the dog. That
No,
was
I didn't either. They can't have anything happen to Outback. That would really be a problem for us.
yes, it really would. I have to remind myself when I'm watching things like this is a story. This
Yeah,
is
but
a
still,
story.
still,
Yeah,
doesn't matter, Gia, it doesn't matter. They just can't. That's just a bad idea,
you
you know?
can't do that to us.
Yeah.
So I hope they resolve that quickly tomorrow for us.
Yeah, me too.
And then did we have Joss and Vaughn today, or was that just in the scenes for
That
tomorrow?
was just in the scenes. Yeah, we didn't see them
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
the scenes. I
Um,
loved it though. The two of them like rising out of bed
with
together
their
with
guns.
their guns. Yeah. Doo-doo, doo-doo,
Yeah.
doo-doo.
Were they still
Yeah,
in their tennis whites? No, they were under the covers, weren't
it's gonna be their new look. Yeah,
That would be funny if that was just their
that's
uniform.
their yeah. Maybe they
Oh,
like go undercover as tennis pros now or semi
yeah,
pros or
that would
something.
be hilarious. Yeah,
They
that would
could
be
pull that
great.
off. They got the
They
look.
could. They do kinda look like tennis players, especially Joss, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
I was thinking about him.
no, he doesn't look like he'd have a strong stroke.
What? What are you talking about? Why
He
not?
just doesn't look very muscular anywhere. He's just got
That's,
hair, Gia, and
I was
that's it.
thinking he could tuck that ball up into the leg of his short like they do, you know?
I think we're talking about something else. Tuck that ball up into the leg of his short. Is that is that something that speaks to you?
A little bit.
The ladies do it too.
I know that doesn't speak as loudly to you.
And you know it's still just the ball in their shorts.
They're not happy to see you, but anyway,
Oh boy.
okay. So I guess we don't know what's up with them. But so they stayed behind to resolve this um caper or what? Like we didn't get it explained to us.
Yeah,
And
I know. I think they had to stick around for the WSB and sort of explain whatever had happened there. And do you think there's anything radioactive coming out of that lab, or nobody needs to worry about that?
um I don't know. I mean, we know we right. We don't know. Throw a shrimp in and see if it
Exactly. I was gonna say maybe there's a
comes
shrimp
out
farm
glowing. Yeah,
nearby,
yeah.
and
They're all
uh,
pink, like radiating in the night.
glowing. Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, and we didn't hear anything from Jason, and of course he's not telling us or telegraphing
mhm.
like what's his approach going to be with Carly. Is he spilling the tea
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Joss being an agent or what.
Yep.
And we
Yep.
didn't get a conversation between, obviously they were busy, things were blowing up. But so we didn't see any interaction between Joss and Jason.
Right. I know that was kind of disappointing. It would have been fun to have like a few minutes of them sort
Yeah,
of
of just
together.
like, yeah. She did
Hmm.
say have a funny line about. He said something about, does he always act like your father? And she said something about, yes, but his
Yeah.
timing is
Yeah.
always,
It's always perfect, right?
yeah, yeah. And it was like,
Yeah.
that's true. That's just about right. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. It
So
is
anyway,
true.
that'll be interesting. And then, of course, the big uh, deal at the end was Britt's entrance into the hospital.
Yeah. You're jumping right to the end of today.
Oh, sorry. You got something else that's, something decent, something
Something
pertinent,
decent.
something insightful, or just so much like,
Just more lists of names.
just, yeah.
No, nothing. That was sort of the big reveal, and I was so excited that they tucked it in today because I was like, "Oh, this is going to be so frustrating if Britt's back in
Yeah.
Port Charles and we have to wait till tomorrow."
And they cleverly got Liesl to the hospital. Like, I kind of like that because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
felt like it was coming. I was like, oh, that's good.
yeah,
To have
yeah,
her there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She did the big feint.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And also funny that that was clever to have Rocco. Maybe that's
yeah,
why Outback ran away. So Rocco got injured, and they all had to go to the hospital.
right.
And
Yeah.
both Dante and Lulu had those sort of terrible expressions
Like
on their
like
face.
like oh, like what in the fresh
Yeah,
hell is this?
yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny that Lulu has all these people she hates and can't stand who want to be near her children. You know?
I know. Yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah, right. Like, not only does she have to deal with um Charlotte's father, now she's, yeah, like, oh, that's, yeah, it's going to be awful. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that'll bring out more that we don't like about Lulu, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid so. I mean, maybe it'll propel her to take Charlotte to see Valentine just to get away from Britt. Who knows? But we'll see. Yeah, and I don't know if Britt does Britt. I guess she probably would want to see Rocco, wouldn't she?
Yeah. Well, they amped that up. I feel like that wasn't part of her
Yeah.
storyline, but of course they kind of retrofitted it into when she was away, right?
Mhm.
Looking at
Yeah.
face space or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just looking up if people really do faint from shock, like Liesel did,
Ah,
and
okay. Yeah, and
they do. They can, also known as syncope, I think is how you pronounce that, right?
yes, yes. That's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. It's fun to say, syncope. It's like bouncy. Um,
Yeah.
Life-threatening shock is a life-threatening condition where the body does not have enough blood circulating to meet its needs. Can lead to a
Yeah.
drop in blood pressure,
Mhm.
which in turn, yep. So they may faint. Yeah, isn't that weird? Because I was thinking, like, do people really faint when it's,
Mhm.
like that
Mm.
sort of
Yeah.
seeing somebody come back from the dead or whatever?
Right.
Um,
Yeah. I guess we've never experienced that particular
no,
event.
but I've had syncope happen to me before. I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Yeah.
um,
Fainting or shock and then fainting.
not the shock. Well, like I used to anytime I got a shot or anybody even
Uh-huh.
talked
Yeah.
about needles, but
Yeah.
um, no, the occasional like standing up too quick kind of thing. Like, I don't know
Mhm.
why that happens to some people, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily to the point where I actually would pass out, but
Mhm. Mhm.
anyway.
Sure.
Anyway,
Sure.
just sharing a little personal tidbit is, I'm complicated.
You're right. Thank you. You gave me one.
Yeah. I think what
Uh,
you're really thinking is actually like you're simple. You're
you're
real simple.
right. Oh, that was too easy.
You have like
Uh,
a really brittle tone when you say that, like this very like arch, brittle, like
well, I don't like to lie.
you're enjoying it too much.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, did we cover all the highlights of our 3 days?
Um,
Kind of,
uh,
sorta?
let's see. The only other thing that I thought was enjoyable, maybe more than this, but I liked having Martin as Curtis's lawyer. Martin and
Oh
Curtis at
yeah,
Anna's office.
yeah, yeah. And I have to say, everybody's suits, except for Dante's jacket, everybody's
Yeah,
suits were much better.
much
Like
better.
Curtis was in a really sharp looking suit, and I can't remember who else, but I was like, there we go.
Yeah,
Now
that's
we're
more like it. Yeah.
Yeah, now we're
Mhm,
now we're talking. I
mhm.
like a man in a sharp suit, you know.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. I know you
Like
respond to
like
different
a
things. Sure.
ZZ Top song, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And the one other thing we had on Wednesday was Elizabeth relayed to Willow that Rick was on that digital
Oh, right. Yeah,
uh, thing.
which is quite a blow to her and really
Yeah.
seems like a far-fetched, like that sounds so not Rick to
It
me.
does. That was like a very, very stupid
I wish they'd
reason.
had some sort of ambulance chasing case that was gonna pay
Yeah, that
huge
would have made
bucks
a
if they
lot
had
more
that.
sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But, anyway, maybe that's what'll be the downfall. They'll be
Mhm.
found out because of that dumb
Mhm.
excuse.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, so that was I think most of the highlights.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
It
Yep.
was a pretty good couple
Alrighty.
days.
Yeah, I'd say
I was
so.
into
Love
it.
having Britt back in Port Charles.
Yeah, oh, and the old man, revealed that he thinks she's the hottest woman on there right now.
Oh, okay. Okay,
So
another
once
woman who
again,
doesn't
we've
look
chosen
anyone
a
like you.
character that doesn't look a thing like I think, since Sam left, that's, like, the next so I think
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he was really looking for was a hot brunette, you know?
yeah, a dark-haired woman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Right, well,
Anyway, I don't know if I agree with her being the hottest, but she is very pretty.
she's very pretty. Yep,
But
yep.
I'm more excited about her sharp wit than anything.
Yeah, that sass, that lethal sass.
She can bazinga people like crazy.
Oh, like nobody's business, yeah.
Yeah, good
Mhm.
times.
Yep, yep.
Anyway, okay, well that's all
Alright.
I got. If you
Yep,
got
yep.
anything else,
No, I don't. Yeah, I think we covered most of it, and,
all
you're
right.
looking forward to the next few days. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good stuff. Okay.
Yep.
All right, why don't you go have some hot gruel or something and sit by the
Okay.
fire.
That's a lovely picture you've painted. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little sort of Dickensian. Um,
Yep. Alrighty.
okay,
Alright,
and
yeah.
everybody have a nice night and thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Good night.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.